Hello, and welcome back to Laura Talks Now. This is the third episode in the series focused on managing our stress and anxiety during these challenging times. In this video, I will share tips on how to maintain positive relationships with the people you're quarantined with. Having to stay stuck in a house with your partner or your family members for this long can come quite as a shock. You're probably spending more time together than ever before, and it's not surprising that tensions sometimes rise. Anxiety about work or studies, disrupted routines, struggles to be productive at home, and lack of interactions with others may lead people who stay in the same household to vent their frustrations on each other, and that causes relationship problems. Suddenly, the closer we have been in with people in this quarantine, the further we have felt from them. I was approached by a few of you with suggestions to talk more about how to overcome such difficulties, and I think it is a fantastic and really needed topic. So, here are some suggestions for making the most of your relationships during this lockdown. First of all, take care of yourself. When you fly on an airplane, the flight attendant instructs you in the event of an emergency to put your oxygen mask on first before helping others. It is an important rule for a reason. If you run out of oxygen yourself, you can't help anyone else with their oxygen mask. Similarly, you can't take care of other people unless you first take care of yourself. If you would like to learn more about that, please check out my previous video where I shared tips on how to improve your well-being. Second strategy is about respecting each other's time and space. Make sure you each have enough privacy to concentrate and continue on your work or whatever is what you have to do. Learn to acknowledge the need and importance of giving personal space. It's okay to ask for privacy and be understanding if the other person asks for some privacy too. Learn to give some time off and take some for yourself too. For nothing calms a person better than some quality me time. It's absolutely normal to need alone time. Third thing that I would like to suggest is talk to each other about your feelings and what worries you. Often in relationships, the disruptions are caused by the things that are not being said, are held back, or the resentments as well as irritations that build over time. One of the main reasons to get into a fight during this time is over the little things. But if we can communicate and be mindful in our communication, we can avoid so much. So don't assume the other person knows what you're thinking and try to work out what's really bothering you. Your irritation might not even be just about the other person, but it can be about the whole external situation. So it's important to distinguish between these two. To avoid buildup of emotions and show that you care, it is very helpful to check in with each other daily and ask each other questions like, what was your day like today? What sorts of feelings are coming up for you right now? Or is there any way I can support you? You've got to communicate what you are feeling. The next strategy is about practicing active listening. Opening up can help us to keep our sanity and maintain good relationships, but another essential component of this is practicing active listening. Active listening, as the name suggests, is when we actively listen and understand what the other person is saying. It involves giving the other person time to explore their thoughts and feelings. Some advice on active listening is to pay attention to the speaker, not your own thoughts, practice non-judgment, demonstrate compassion, and ask questions to show that you're genuinely interested in what the person is discussing. We may agree or may not with what is being said, but the point of active listening is to allow the other person to feel heard and understood. Listening is the most fundamental component of interpersonal communication skills. So try to create a safe space where each person takes time to speak and to be honest about what's going on for them whilst others practice active listening. Strategy number 5 is making a plan for your household. It would be great if you could meet weekly or even daily to discuss how you will take care of responsibilities as a team or a couple. Perhaps you can divide household chores, create a shared calendar with all of your tasks and responsibilities, and set specific times for when you're going to do them. Making a plan and executing it will give you a sense of control and accomplishment. There are so many things that we can't control now, but it can feel soothing to have a plan for the things that are in our control. The next way is practicing appreciation and gratitude. A sincere thank you will bond you much more than criticism of what didn't get accomplished or performed correctly. Find time to share a few things you're grateful for. The more gratitude you express, the more often you will find yourself noticing little moments to appreciate. Science shows that gratitude is important for how good we feel psychologically and socially. Practicing gratitude reduces depression and even aggression, and it also improves empathy and mental strength. Strategy number 7 is about finding things to do together. Find something exciting and fun to do as a team or a couple. You might watch comedies, take a walk, play a board game, visit a museum online, or cook a meal together. Also, do something special that you can anticipate, such as a date night if you're a couple or a weekly family game night. Moreover, staying indoors for so long, living life on repeat and with the same faces around, is most likely to leave you as bored as is frustrated. With all that pent up energy and nowhere to release it, it is bound to come out on the person next to you. So give those emotions a healthier release and try to work out. Quarantine could be a great time to take up a shared fitness routine, such as yoga, meditation, or any other type of exercise. Doing it together won't just make it interesting, but also make you a lot less irritable. And the last strategy in this video is about practicing kindness and showing attention. There is evidence that addiction, depression, and anxiety are often the result of people not being able to connect with each other and who feel isolated. Kindness can promote gratitude, empathy, and compassion, which in turn lead to a sense of interconnectedness with others. To add to that, kindness potentially can strengthen family ties, a sense of community and belonging. And it also increases levels of happiness, self-esteem, and optimism. This means that finding more ways to meaningfully show positive attention to people around us can not only improve our relationships, but also enhance our own well-being. If you would like to be more creative in showing the affection, I recommend checking out the theory of 5 love languages. Some of you probably have heard of that already. Gary Chapman developed this theory and also released a revolutionary book with the same title. The theory of 5 love languages is basically about that everyone has a primary love language that they most immediately associate with affection, appreciation, and the sense of being cared for. And those 5 love languages are words of affirmation, which is about verbal expressions of affection and support, acts of service, which is about doing something helpful or kind, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Knowing the primary love language of others can give you more ideas of how they like to be treated and supported. And also, once you know your own love language, you can communicate that to your family members or your partner to help them better understand what makes you feel appreciated. 5 love languages are about being more attentive to others, consciously expressing your affection, and this way strengthening your relationships. I include the link to the free test below in the description, and in the same website you will find specific tests for children, teens, and couples as well. In conclusion, I just would like to say that this time in quarantine, whether it means spending more time together or less, could be a great opportunity to strengthen and improve your relationships and help us to get through this with more happiness and support. I hope you find this useful, and if you do, as always, please share this video with others so it can reach more people. In the next episode, I will talk about the feelings of loneliness during lockdown and how to deal with that. So if you would like to hear more from me, subscribe to my channel and visit my Instagram account, where you can also contribute with your suggestions and questions for the upcoming videos. All the details how to find me on Instagram are in the description below. Thanks for tuning in again, and see you next time.